Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to continue working on part 6 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to continue working on the kitchen. And then now we're going to continue working on this as well by adding in the top cabinet. So let's go to level 1. And then let's click on the section. I believe this is section number 1. And then we're going to add the cabinet at the top here. So go back to architecture, click on component drop down, and then model in place. And then here we're going to create a generic model. You can name this whatever you want, but I'm just going to click OK. And then here I'm going to click on extrusion, and we're going to pick a plane, which is this wall. And then after that, we want it to be around 450 or 400. And then let's set the material to a birch semi-gloss as well. So let's make them all the same. So I'm gonna make it like that. And then I'm just estimating the height. And then let's make this one 650. And then after that, click on finish. Then let's look at it at 3D. So it will look like that. So I think I would like it to be 400 only. So that will be fine. 400. And then now go back to section 1. So you could go here as well. And then after that, we're going to add in another extrusion on top of that. So pick a plane and then choose that plane as well. And then this one, it will be 15. So we're going to create the door. So after that, let's click on rectangle, and then we're going to offset this to 10, and then click on the edge, and then as you can see, it's from the outside, so we need it to be inside. So space bar, and then click again right here. After that, we can then look for the midpoint, which is this one. And then from here, we're going to subdivide or divide everything properly. So we might add 3. So this one, let's put it 450. And then copy, check multiple, and then another 450. And then I think that's good enough. And then after that, let's click on this one and then 10. And then this one again is 5. Offset. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna split it, so SL right there at the top. And then we're going to just select this one, and then we're gonna mirror it from the midpoint. and then SL as well, right here. And then in the middle. We're going to delete this, and then now trim and extend. Okay, once you're done, click finish, and we have our cabinet store. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to section, and let's add in our void sweep. Actually, let's go back to 3D, and then let's do that under 3D. So now click on void form and then void sweep, and then pick path. We're gonna pick the path right here at the top, and then all over. After that, click finish, click on modify again, edit profile, and then click on rectangle. Same as before, we're gonna maintain all of that. We're gonna move this one right there. Want to make sure that this one is 20. This one is 20 as well. And this one is 10. Click finish. And then finish again. And then cut geometry. Do it again on the others. Click path. Now let's try and use the side. Click finish. Click on modify, edit profile, and then rectangle again. Choose this one and put it right here. 20. What we can do is we're just going to extend this one. Okay, finish, finish, and then cut geometry. So if you made a mistake, you can just remove it and then just click that one to go back and selection. Select this one. Finish, finish and then cut geometry. And then lastly, let's finish this up. Sorry, there's actually 3 more. Pick path. So this one. So sometimes you probably will choose the wrong face or edge, 3D face edge, so you could just erase that. You can choose this one. So you choose the line that you want to move. For example, this one, I want to move it right there. So click that and cut geometry. And then lastly, we have this one. Pick path, 3D face. After that, click finish, modify, edit profile. So by this time, you're probably very knowledgeable on how to do this. There's a lot of examples that I provided. And hopefully you guys can show me what you've done by sending in your renderings, and I will post that. So now we click finish and everything is done like so. What we could do now is we could add in more here just to cover all this part. So what I'm planning to do is we could add an extrusion. So I'm gonna do it on level 1, not the ceiling but floor pan. And then here we're gonna create the extrusion for the top. Model in place. Click on generic model. And then here we're gonna put an extrusion. And then we're going to select this one right here. And then this one's right here as well. And then I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim that, remove the excess, and then trim this as well. Again, move this one a bit, or we could do this instead. Okay, and then let's change this to a stone again. Let's use limestone. This one, we're gonna see how we're gonna extrude it. So click finish, pick it up from below, and then move it all the way to the top. You still need to put some gap because we'll have a floor right about there. So here, as you can see, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to align it. So I use align so that everything is aligned properly. And then here we could just move it to like that. I always want to have more so that I could place in some lights at the top. So that's what I usually do. And once you click finish, that's how it looks. Obviously you could change this a bit. And then I want to add in a shelf right here. So I'm gonna go to section 2 and then do another model in place and then generic model. Let's do an extrusion first. Pick a plane. I'm gonna choose this wall. Create this. Let's change this material to something wood, or we could just use semi-gloss. Birch. Click finish, and then I want to look at it 3D. I'm gonna do that, and then go back to section again. Don't click finish yet. Another extrusion. Pick a plane. I'm gonna choose, so the door now, we're gonna create the door. And then now this will be 15. This will be another extrusion with an offset of 10. And from the inside, spacebar, click finish. And then after that, a void form, void sweep. Go to 3D, pick a path, I'm just gonna make it 1. So click finish, edit profile, and the same profile that we've been doing. $20 there, 20 here, and then 10 there. Click finish, and then another finish, and then cut geometry. So that's done. And then Lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to add in some handles. So let's go back to section 1 first, and then I'm gonna provide this handle to you guys. It's basically a face mount, so it's gonna be easy for you guys to just add. So I'm gonna add it like that right there. And then let me do that later on. So actually this one we're gonna copy. So I'm just gonna delete this. Or what we could do is we could delete this. And then I'm just gonna copy that later on. So we have this, and then one more. Just move it, and then so I think it's better to do it in section. Just gonna move it right there and grab it here. There we go. So there you have our cabinets. Go back to section again, and let's add it here at the bottom. So CM, and then if you press your space bar, it will rotate as well. After that, let's go to section 2 and do the same thing. CM, spacebar, add it at the top right here, and then on the bottom as well. I'm just gonna nudge this, and we're done with our kitchen. So thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.